What's up, guys? It's Ty here, and today I have the Week 3 recap for the 2018 NBA season. Now, I know this is a day late. Yesterday, I'll be honest, I completely crashed, man. School, or actually probably the daylight savings time caught up to me, and completely just wasted, basically. Not drunk, but I was just wasted. Just couldn't really, just fell asleep, basically. All right, so let's get out of that. Let's move on to, let's go to the Week 3 here, starting on Halloween. Ooh, spooky, October 31st, 2017, the last day of October. And the Indiana Pacers moved to 4-3 on the year. They beat the 1-6 Sacramento Kings, struggling Kings, surprisingly, 101-83. The Kings' leading scorer was De'Aaron Fox, who I think is pretty decent for a rookie. And then Domantas Sabonis still playing well for the Pacers. 12 points, 16 boards, and 5 assists. Very solid game from him. The Thunder trade's actually looking pretty good for them now. He's playing very well. The Phoenix Suns beat the Brooklyn Nets in Brooklyn 122-114. Brooklyn, I think, has lost 4 straight now. That is not good. Devin Booker had 32 points and 7 boards, and D'Angelo Russell had a nice game, 33 points, 6 boards, and 4 assists. The Thunder ended up beating the Milwaukee Bucks 110-91. The Bucks have been losing of late, but I'm sure they'll get back on their high horse. Steven Adams had a double-double with 14 and 11 with points and rebounds, and Giannis had 28 points, 8 rebounds, and 3 assists. His stats have went down from the beginning of the year, but he's still playing very well. The Los Angeles Lakers beat the Pistons, who have been playing well of late. Reggie Jackson was the leading scorer for the Pistons with 18 points. Larry Nance Jr. with a double-double, 14 points and 12 rebounds. Nice game from him. On to Wednesday, there were a ton of games on November 1st. Starting with the Boston Celtics defeating the Sacramento Kings 113-86. Celtics have won their 6th straight in a row. Buddy Hield led the Kings in scoring with 17 points, and Jaylen Brown led Boston with scoring with 22 points and 6 rebounds. Nice game from him. The Charlotte Hornets gave the Bucks their 2nd loss in a row, I do believe, or at least for this week. They beat them 126-121. Chris Middleton's 43.5 rebounds, 7 assist contest was not enough to beat the Hornets. Great game from him. He's on my fantasy team. Kemba Walker, Cardiac Kemba, he had 26 points for the Hornets, and they picked up the victory. The Pacers beat the Cavs. The Cavs lost their 4th straight game. Not good at all. Darren Collison led scoring for the Pacers with 25 points and 8 assists, 2 assists high of a double-double. LeBron James, though, was not 2 assists shy of a double-double. He got 33 points, 11 assists, and 6 rebounds. Great game for the King, but it was not enough to overtake the Pacers. The Philadelphia 76ers are now 500 on the year. They beat the 1-7 Atlanta Hawks 119-109. Dennis Schroeder had 25 points, 3 rebounds, and 6 assists for the Hawks. But Joel Embiid had 21 points, 12 rebounds, and 6 assists for the Sixers. He is looking, him and Ben Simmons are looking pretty good to start out the year. Phoenix Suns won their 2nd straight. They beat the Washington Wizards 122-116 after they were outscored 32-15 after the first quarter, but they completely dominated the second half. TJ Warren, 40 points and 10 rebounds. What a double-double from him. Bradley Beal had himself 40 points for the Wizards as well. The Miami Heat moved to 3-4 on the year as they beat the 1-5 Chicago Bulls 97-91. Lauri Markkanen, rookie out of Arizona, was the leading scorer for the Bulls. He dropped 25 points at 8 rebounds, 2 boards shy of a double-double. And Goran Dragic had 20 points, 5 rebounds, 6 assists. Very respectable game from him. The Houston Rockets are now 6-3 on the year. They beat the New York Knicks 119-97. James Harden was 31 points, and was an assist shy of a double-double. Tim Hardaway Jr. led the scoring for the Knicks, 23.7 boards and 4 assists. The Magic get the victory here against the Memphis Grizzlies, two teams that are outperforming expectations. Magic 6-2 on the year. That's insane. Evan Fournier had 22 points and 8 rebounds. Tyreke Evans off the bench scored 32 points for the Grizzlies, but it wasn't enough. The Timberwolves beat the Pelicans 104-98. Jimmy Butler had 23 points, 4 rebounds, 2 assists. Boogie had 35 points, 9 rebounds, 6 assists. But the Pelicans dropped to 3-5 on the season. The Denver Nuggets, they beat the Raptors 129-111. Even though the Raptors outscored them 40-26 in the fourth quarter, it didn't matter. Delon Wright led the scoring for the Raptors, and Jokic was 2 points shy of a triple-double. He had 16 boards and 10 assists. Utah Jazz, they are 5-0 at home, by the way. Don't let that slip the mind. They beat the Portland Trail Blazers in overtime, actually dominated them in overtime. 112-103. Damian Lillard's 33 points, 10 assists, and 10 rebounds and 8 assists were not enough. Ricky Rubio led the scoring for the Jazz with 30 points, only 1 assist. Pretty weird to see that from Ricky Rubio. Typically we know him as more of a passer, but hey, who's complaining? The Clippers beat the 1-8 Mavericks 119-98. Dirk had 13 points. And Blake Griffin really had 20 points. That's about it from that. It's all from Wednesday. Only 2 Thursday games. One of them was the Golden State Warriors. They beat the San Antonio Spurs, who I think have lost. Yeah, they lost 4 straight. The Warriors won 112-92. Kevin Durant led the scoring for the Warriors, 24 points, 8 rebounds, 5 assists. LaMarcus Aldridge keeps up his great start, though, 24 points and 10 rebounds. Nice double-double. And the Portland Trail Blazers beat the Los Angeles Lakers in final shot fashion, as Damian Lillard did hit a 3 at the buzzer because he's a freaking beast. They won 113-110. Damian Lillard, speaking of the devil, had 32 points in that game. Brook Lopez had 27 points, but hey, that wasn't enough. On to Friday. I'm sure there's a lot of games Friday. Oh my! Did everyone in the league play on Friday? All right, we're gonna try to go a little bit faster here. The Celtics ended up coming back to beat the Thunder 101-94. They were losing in the second half, but they did come back. They've won 7 straight games. Kyrie Irving had 25 points, 5 rebounds, and 6 assists. Paul George had a double-double with 25 points and 10 rebounds. Detroit Pistons won their 6th game on the year. They beat the Milwaukee Bucks, who have lost 3 straight. They beat them 105-96. Giannis had 29 points, 4 boards, 3 assists. Andre Drummond, though, 24 points and 15 rebounds, and he's made most of his free throws. He's starting to make free throws now. No more hack a Drummond. That's no longer happening. The Bulls beat the Magic. That's actually very surprising. They won 105-83. David Nwaba led the scoring for Chicago. It's Evan Fournier led the scoring for Orlando. The Sixers are over 500. They've won 4 straight games. They beat the Indiana Pacers 121-110. Victor Oladipo had himself a nice game. 31 points, 5 boards, and 7 assists. J.J. Redick, though, 31 points and 6 assists from the Sixers. The Cavaliers actually won a game again. They snapped their 4-game losing streak. They beat the Washington Wizards 130-122. LeBron James had 57 points, 11 rebounds, and 7 assists. He was not losing this game, and that's insane. Bradley Beal had 36 points as well, but it wasn't enough, obviously, because the king is the king. The Houston Rockets beat the Atlanta Hawks 119-104. John Collins was leading scorer for Atlanta. He had 12 boards, 8 points. James Harden had 29 points, 11 assists, a double-double from him. The New York Knicks beat the Phoenix Suns 122-107. Devin Booker led scoring for Phoenix like he usually does with 34 points. And Kristaps Porzingis had 37 points for New York. He also added 7 boards. The New Orleans Pelicans beat the 1-9 Mavericks 99-94. Anthony Davis had 30 points and 13 rebounds. Harrison Barnes had 26 points for the Mavs. The Spurs finally snapped their 4-game losing streak, beating the Hornets 108-101. Jeremy Lamb was the leading scorer for the Hornets with 27 points and 9 rebounds, almost a double-double. And Bryn Forbes was the leading scorer for the Spurs. He had 22 points. Not bad, not bad. The Nuggets beat the Miami Heat by 1.1 measly points, 95-94. Goran Dragic had 23 and 7, and Paul Millsap was 1 rebound shy of a double-double, 27 points and 9 rebounds. The Toronto Raptors beat the Utah Jazz, giving them the Jazz their first loss at home, 109-100. DeMar DeRozan's 37 points were enough to overtake the Jazz. Donovan Mitchell, though, rookie, he had 25 points. Nice game from him. The Lakers beat the Brooklyn Nets 124-112. Rondae Hollis-Jefferson had 21 points to lead the Nets, and Brook Lopez had a nice game, double-double, 34 points and 10 rebounds. On to Saturday, man, there's a lot of games, man. I feel like everyone in the NBA plays every freaking day. All right, the Memphis Grizzlies beat the Los Angeles Clippers 113-104. Brandon Wright surprisingly led Memphis in scoring. Blake Griffin's double-double was not enough, 30 and 11. Great game, though. Just saying. The Pistons, now 7-3 on the year, have they beat the Kings, 108-99. The Zach Randolph led the scoring for Sacramento with 19 points, and Andre Drummond, again, another double-double. He's a double-double machine. He had 16 points and 19 rebounds, obviously one shy of 20. The Pelicans beat the Bulls in overtime, 96-90. They are now 500 on the year, and Anthony Davis had 27 points, 16 rebounds, and 3 blocks. Jeez. Jerian Grant, though, was close to a triple-double, a gentleman's triple-double, to be fair. 13 points, 8 rebounds, and 9 assists. The Timberwolves beat the Mavericks. Mavericks are 1-10. It's not very good. Karl-Anthony Towns had 31 points and 12 rebounds. Great game from him. And the Warriors beat the Nuggets 127-108. They've won 3 straight. I mean, what did you expect from the Warriors? Kevin Durant led the scoring with 25 points, 7 rebounds, and 7 assists. Will Barton was 2 boards shy of a double-double. Sunday, I'm expecting a sugar ton of games here. I was going to say shit, but I did say shits, but I said sugar. Don't make fun of me. All right. The Celtics, they beat the Magic 104-88. Magic lost 2 straight. Celtics have won 8 straight. Marcus Smart led the scoring. He only had 11 points, 2 rebounds, and 2 assists shy of a gentleman's triple-double. Aaron Gordon's 18 points, 12 assists or rebounds were not enough to beat the Celtics. Who's kicking arse? And I'm a Celtics fan. You guys already know we're freaking beast. The Atlanta Hawks beat the Cleveland Cavaliers. That's pretty freaking funny. 117-115. Dennis Schroeder had 28 points, 9 assists for Atlanta. LeBron James, 26 points and 13 assists for the Cavs, but obviously it wasn't enough. The Miami Heat beat the Los Angeles Clippers 104-101. Hassan Whiteside with a 21-17 game. Blake Griffin scored 23 points. The Wizards finally win another game. They beat the Toronto Raptors 107-96. Bradley Beal had 38 points. It seems like he's always scoring in the 30s because he usually is. DeMar DeRozan had 26 points. The Houston Rockets beat the Utah Jazz 137-110. Donovan Mitchell had 17 points for the Utah, and James Harden had his career high with 56 points and 13 assists in this game. What a game from the bearded man. He's a beast. Spurs won their second straight. They beat the Suns 112-95. LaMarcus Aldridge had 21 points and 9 rebounds. The Knicks are over 500. What? That's insane. They beat the Pacers 108-101. Kristaps Porzingis 40 points. What a game. Darren Collison had a double-double for the Pacers. The Minnesota Timberwolves seem like they're clicking on all cylinders now. They beat the Hornets 112-94. Cody Zeller had 16 and 9 for the Hornets. I'm sorry, Charlotte. It's late, guys. It's late. Not really, but don't make fun of me. Jeff Teague, the double-double. That's the first time I've seen Jeff Teague in a while. 18 points, 12 assists. Great game from him. Trailblazers beat the Thunder. The Thunder are surprisingly under 500 on the year. They win 103-99. Damian Lillard, 36 points, 13 assists. Great game from him. Russell Westbrook, only 25 points, 9 assists, and 6 rebounds. And then the Lakers beat the Memphis Grizzlies, who started out so hot, but they almost came back, but they couldn't. The Lakers win 107-102. Tyreke Evans keeps scoring points. He had 26 for them. Brook Lopez had 21 for the Lakers. And now on to Monday's games. The Celtics beat the Hawks 110-107. The 9th straight victory for the Celtics. How many games in a row are the Celtics going to win? Who knows? But I don't care. I'm loving it. Kyrie Irving, though, 35.7 assists. I love it. He's playing great. Dwayne Dedmon, though, 19 points, 12 rebounds. Don't sleep on that. The Nets finally win another game. They break their losing streak. They beat the Suns 98-92 behind D'Angelo Russell's 23 points and 8 assists. TJ Warren was a rebound shy of a double-double. And then the Warriors beat the Heat 97-80. James Johnson and Kevin Durant both had 21 points for their respective teams. And then there's Tuesday's games. There's tons of Tuesday games. But I guess we'll just go over what's going real quickly. I won't check the points. We'll probably go over this next week. Hornets are beating the Knicks. Raptors are beating the Bulls. The Spurs and the Clippers are beating the Spurs. Nuggets beating the Nets. The 76ers beating the Jazz. Cavs won a game against the Bucks. Giannis had 40. Kevin Love. Pelicans are over 500. Hello. We'll go over this next week. Hey, the Mavericks won a game. What is going on? The Trailblazers are going to win this game, and then the Thunder are going to win this game. So let's check the standings out right now. These rankings, they have Michigan State. They have Michigan State over Ohio State. I mean, I can see why that's a thing, but I don't know if I agree with that. Here are the conferences, guys. Celtics leading the Eastern Conference like they are because they're freaking beasts. And then the Rockets and the Warriors are tied at the top of the Western Conference. What's new? So feel free to pause if you want to look at this, guys. But if you haven't already, make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe to the YouTube. If you haven't already, this is Tyler signing off saying I'll see you in the next one, guys. Have a good one. Later.